Buccaneers fans, the wait is finally over. Live from Eagle 8 HD over sunny Tampa Bay. You're looking at Raymond James Stadium, where your Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers kick off the NFL season hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And yes, folks, fans will be in the stands. JB Buno, Gabrielle Shirley here with you live on WFLA now on Bucks Bonus. Great to have Gabby here with us back on stream. Let's get to the entire team here. Of course, we've got Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamison there with us in Eagle, providing us with the beautiful aerial coverage that we have here of sunny Tampa. Let's get things started here with our own Dan Lucas, who's at Raymond James Stadium. Dan, another season is here, and the year of last, the year of the past.
It is a year of the past, but I think as the fans come around me here and there's so much anticipation for opening night, I feel like the Bucs fans are hoping for a continuation of where they left off after the Super Bowl victory. Go back to a year ago, JB. No preseason, kind of a hastily thrown together training camp, and it was Tom Brady's first year in this system, Rob Gronkowski's first year in this system. They go out on opening night. It was in the Superdome against the New Orleans Saints. It didn't go so well. In fact, at one point the Bucs, after 12 games, were 7-5. They had some issues, and then they got it together after their bye week, especially defensively, and that's when this team really took off. So we entered 2021. The off-season program really didn't exist. Get to training camp, and I thought the Bucs did a very good job, especially going through the preseason. In that third preseason game, the biggest body of work for the Bucs players, Tom Brady and company, and they got the job done. So I think that put a lot of confidence in the fans. Let's see if it puts a lot of confidence in the team tonight as they kick off the season.
Dan, focusing on that team, if you had to make a prediction, do you think the offense, defense, or special teams is really going to stand out tonight?
I think, I think the fans will love to see the offense go crazy, and I think the Bucs will have a good game offensively tonight. But I think there's a lot of question marks on the Cowboys' offensive line. They have Zach Martin, their guard, Pro Bowl guard, is not here because of COVID. That's a weakness, and this team with Todd Bowles as the defensive coordinator has a knack of exploiting a weakness on an offensive line. So I think the defense can make some noise tonight. They have to focus on Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboys running back, coming off a very, very down year for him. He's going to try and carry the workload for the Cowboys tonight. If they stop Zeke and the run, it's going to be a long night for the Cowboys. So maybe the defense will have a big night, Gabby.
Dan Lucas here with us, everybody, live at Raymond James Stadium. Dan, before we let you go here, all right, your NFL season kickoff prediction. Give us a prediction for tonight's game. Okay. And then finally here, we got to get a season prediction for you. An added game to the, we have 17 game regular season schedule this year, Dan, and then of course the playoffs. What do you think for the Buccaneers this season?
Well, tonight, I think they put on a show on opening night because I think this place is going to be so amped up. The Bucs are going to score 31 points. I think the Cowboys, I'm going to say 31-17, Bucs win this game tonight. For the season, I love that 17th game, by the way, because rest in peace, the 8-8 season. It's over. No one can go 8-8 ever again. But I see possibly 4 losses for the Bucs this season. When you go through the schedule, a couple of pitfalls early in the year, a back-to-back road trip, LA against the Rams, and then, of course, the big one in Foxborough, which I think they win that game. I think the Rams game could be a difficult one for them on the road. Buffalo, coming here in December, is a difficult game. And then I think the NFC South gets more difficult as the year goes on. Maybe New Orleans might steal a game from them, possibly in the Superdome. We'll see about that. But what is that? Do the math for me. That's 13-4 because they're playing 17. So that's going to be the Bucs season. That's going to win the NFC South, by the way, 13-4.
The Bucs looking formidable in the NFC South, and Dan Lucas, of course, getting ready for the action tonight. The kickoff at Raymond James Stadium, about an hour and 10 minutes away. Dan, we'll let you find your seat. Thanks a lot for joining us again. JB Buno, Gabrielle Shirley here with you live, everybody on WFLA Now. Let's send things over to the fourth member of our team here. I don't know how much longer we're going to have. 8 on your sides, Paul Lamison, but let's send things over to Paul. Paul, what do you got going on there from Eagle?
Hey, JB, good afternoon. You're looking at One Buck Place, or the stadium from a little bit away. I want to show you something. We're moving towards downtown. I wanted to show you the traffic. bumper to bumper on the interstate, and if I move the camera back and head towards Dale Mabry, it's a slow arriving crowd, and they're stuck in traffic, and they're making it all the way through. Now we're over Julian B. Lane Riverfront Park. I wanted to show you that too, because the concert's in full swing. Ed Sheeran on the stage now. Let's see if we can spot him. There he is. Look at that, out there with the little guitar playing. There's some Ed Sheeran for you. He's playing some music, and a good crowd at Riverfront Park, Julian B. Lane. Now don't forget, after the concert, you can watch the game here. So that's what we're doing. We're over the concert, and I'm going to show you back all the way over here, like behind the skid. That's where the stadium is. But it's a good day, and so you know what, JB? The concert's going on. The rain is gone. It should be a good night, and the only thing left to say, JB, go Bucks. Back to you.
Eagle 8 HD's Paul Amison here for us, everybody, live from high above Tampa Bay, Florida. He's got the best job. But
the best view.
If it's a second best job, it's certainly Gabrielle Shirley and myself. Great to have all of you here joining us here on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on WFLA.com, the WFLA app. We're live in a whole lot of places here. But for our Facebook Live audience, we really want to hear from you. You can use hashtag #HeyGabrielle, hashtag #HeyJB. We'll feature your comments here out of the Facebook Live comment sections we do. Really itching to hear Gabrielle's perspective as we get ready for kickoff here. But first, before we hear from Gabrielle and some of your comments, our own Stacy Scheibel sitting down with the one and only Tom Brady.
Tom Brady might be the biggest get Tampa has ever gotten. In his first season with the Bucs, he brought the Lombardi back to the Bay Area for only the second time in franchise history. But outside of football, we haven't heard much from Brady locally until now. What do you think of Tampa Bay?
We've had a great experience. You know, we've been here for about 18 months. So we live on the water. Never had a chance to do that in the Northeast. So living on the Bay has been beautiful. You know, the sun's amazing. Be out here, the weather and the lifestyle.
And as far as getting bothered by fans, he finds Tampa Bay pretty low-key.
In Boston, where I was, it's very sports-centric. Here is as well, but in a different way too, and I think there's a lot of other activities for people to do. So, you know, even when you're around, driving around, there's so many other people out bike riding, rollerblading, they have their dogs, you know, people are on kayaks, people are paddleboarding, they're boating. So I think there's just a lot of different activities going on. So people aren't always focused, you know, on kind of, you know, where we're at.
Brady is a family man, typically surrounded by his wife, supermodel Gisele Bündchen, and their children. But he knows it's not always easy for them.
It is a little tricky for the kids, you know. It's in some ways not always the easiest thing for them to be, you know, my son or my daughter. They definitely will have some unique challenges for them. But, you know, whatever they do, I'll be happy. As long as they're happy, I'm cool. My wife's the same way. She just wants them to find something they love to do and that they can go out and enjoy every day.
Because you really have gotten to do what you love for a very long time.
Very blessed in that way, absolutely. I mean, to think that I'd still play football at 44 is pretty crazy for me. I enjoy it. What makes it really fun are the people, you know. And yeah, football, I love the sport, but the sport with people is the best part. And we have great teammates, coaches, the organization's been amazing. So I'm really around people that I like being around, and I get to do something I love to do.
As far as winning the Super Bowl again this season, Brady isn't one to make predictions.
You know, even if you look at last season, it didn't really come together for quite a while. And you know, we want to start fast. We want to get off to a fast start, but that's going to require a lot of discipline, a lot of energy, a lot of commitment. And you know, our guys have made a lot of, you know, good progress, but we still got a couple weeks to go.
And the road to Super Bowl 56 starts tonight.
The best part about sports is you get to earn it. You know, no one's giving out Super Bowl trophies in August, so we got to put ourselves in a good position. And we definitely have a talented group of guys, but that doesn't mean much if you don't go execute well. If I can't hit an open guy, what's it matter how talented we are? If they can't catch it, you know, what does it matter? So we got to go earn it. And the best part of playing is overcoming the adversities we're going to face.
Adversity that will continue on this season. Tampa Brady, if you want to call it that. Of course, there's all the different monikers that you can use to describe Tom Brady, Tampa Bay, or Tampa Brady. There's just so many. Let's send things over to WFLA's Melanie Michael, who's standing by with some of the fans there outside Raymond James Stadium. Hey there, Mel.
Oh my goodness, my friends, hello. Guess what day of the week it is? Guess what day of the week it is? I'll give you a hint. It's game day, baby, and we are back. Our Bucks are back. Guess who's joining me right now? Game day, baby! This is a very, very important person, very VIP. I want to show you who he is. His jersey speaks for itself. Turn around, my friend. The captain. We have been at the most exciting, thrilling, VIP-based important party with the Leatherheads. This has been amazing.
Thank you very much. You guys have been so much fun coming to this, and we do it for the kids. You know, we do it for Wheelchairs for Kids, Caring Kids Cancer, and we also teamed up with Sean Murphy, Bunting's mom, and working with the Successful Jocks. So this is just phenomenal to be back in the stadium.
We're back, baby!
We're back, baby, with a full stadium!
Woo! I can't even get all that out. I can't even get all that out. My voice is already going. Give me a go, Bucks.
Go Bucks! Woo!
Give me a 2 and 2. 2 and 2, baby!
2 and 2!
Back to back! When you're partying with the captain, you're going first class. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, who let this guy into the party? And this beautiful woman. Who let this guy? Wait. I gotta ask you something. I'm super reporter. Doesn't that trump super cowboy?
Not if you got, 5-time, baby, that's right. Cowboys by 5 tonight, write it down.
How did that happen? Don't you dare sing that song. Don't you sing it.
I won't sing it, I promise.
Oh, we'll give you a little bit of time. Go ahead, represent.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of
Florida.
That's right, baby.
This is the kind of party you want to be at because guess what? Guess who's here? The super fans, that's right, the super fans, the super reporters. And I've got to tell you guys, you know how much I love game day. You know how much this means to me to be here. I got to ask the fans, what is it like to be here today? Because we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now you're here.
It was like Christmas morning, just waiting to unwrap my gift that is going to the game. And it's been long overdue, and we're going to represent the Bucks over the Cowboys tonight.
Let me tell you what. It's the greatest gift ever. And you know what? It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Exactly. I totally agree with you.
All right. Who's MVP tonight?
Devin White. I'm going to go defense.
Oh, baby. Give me some right here. My boy, Devin White. He's an LSU grad. Oh, I love that. Now, we got to tell you, there's other people here together with us tonight, filming all of this, showing all the beauty that we have here in Tampa Bay. But I want to introduce you. JB?
It's my new girl here, by the way. I'm just saying.
JB, we want to see you in a little get up like this. You got something on like that?
You can't mess up with the
baby. Hey, you got the Gucci loafers out for this? Oh my gosh, JB.
Hey, we do it right or we don't do it. That's the way it works.
We do it right or we don't do it. And I got to tell you, super fan right here, Scully, come here. Scully, come here. You're not getting out of this. This is one of the biggest super fans ever. How important is this day?
Today's big. Today's big for us. We're going to bring the boom to the Cowgirls. I did say the Cowgirls. That's right.
We got the toast. Let's bring the butter. All right, baby. I want to show you. Look at this. The party continues tonight. Look at this. Check this out. Look at all this. This is what the tailgate is all about. The Leatherheads, this is what they do. And the best part about all this, guys, the part that really makes me so happy, is that all of this is for charity. All of this is for charity. They help children with cancer, and they help different charity organizations based on kids. And that's the best part of it. But it's also game day. Oh my gosh, it's game day. I am your super reporter right here. And it's just my favorite day of the week. You know it's game day. You know we do it up right here. Folks are now starting to wrap up this. I want to show you one more thing. Joey, let's show them. This right here. In case you can't get to the beach, we brought the beach to you. That's right, Bucks Beach, baby. This is what it's all about. The fans say, you heard it best. A fan describing it as, it's like Christmas morning, like opening a present. We're going to the game tonight. This is big. The home up here with the Cowboys. I mean, look, and our Cowboy guy already left. He's already walked into the stadium, but we know tonight is going to be very special. One more time, JB. I'm laying down the gauntlet, my friend. This outfit right here. Oh, and he has the cane. Look at this. You have the full ensemble. Give me a go, Bucks.
Hey, pimping ain't easy. Go Bucks, baby. Go Bucks. We got the GOAT. He's going to be here. You know, everybody said we got him for 1 or 2 years. I'm telling you right now, we go deep in the playoffs. We get our Super Bowl. We got him for another year, 2. He's timeless. He's timeless.
Give me some. Give me some.
None but the Bucks, baby.
This is a job? How can this be a job? This is a pleasure. Oh my gosh, I don't even feel like I'm at work today. This is so much fun. It's my favorite day of the week. I know it's your favorite day of the week. And as you can see from all the fans around here, one last look at the Leatherheads. Guys, Leatherheads charity, tailgate for the kids. This is what it's all about. Family, fun, community.
It's amazing.
And our Bucks, baby!
Go Bucks. There's apple juice in this cup. Just
There
so you
absolutely
know.
is. Super reporter right here.
Super reporter. This woman, amazing.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Tell my colleagues.
Okay, no, colleagues. Whoever is ahead, she needs a promotion. Matter of fact, put her in charge of the station.
Oh boy, I don't
Please,
know.
look at her. She has the personality. She has the looks. She has the energy. She needs to be.
That $20 went far tonight. Mwah! All right, JB, let's send it back to you. In charge of the station? Oh my. All of you get raises. All of you. Everybody back there. I'm sweating like crazy. Oh my goodness.
News director Melanie Michael has a nice ring to it as far as the promotion. I love it, Mel. Hopefully we'll be able to check back with you here in a little bit. We'll let you catch your breath there. Don't have too much fun, Mel. I know you're probably having a lot of fun. Don't have too much
Impossible
fun
for her.
out there. A live look here, everybody. Let's take you inside Raymond James Stadium there. Fans finding their seats here, Gabby, and we are now officially fewer than 60 minutes away from kickoff.
Yeah, fewer than 60 minutes. And JB, I love seeing that fans are getting into Raymond James Stadium because the team has been putting it out there. They want fans to get in their seats early as possible, 8 o'clock at the latest, because there are going to be plenty of festivities taking place on the field before the start of this game. The specifics were not really unveiled, but fans need to be in their seats early, 8 o'clock, to enjoy all of those festivities.
Again, a beautiful shot from inside Raymond James Stadium here on Bucks Bonus. Gabrielle Shirley, JB Buno here with you live. We're going to be here live with you for the next 35 minutes or so as we get a little bit closer to kickoff. We're going to be featuring your comments here, your hashtag HeyJB, hashtag HeyGabrielle comments here in about 90 seconds. So file in your predictions, players that you're watching out for tonight, season predictions, who's going to be the Super Bowl champion this year in Los Angeles. You know, Buckified Bert, who, of course, is near and dear to our hearts here at WFLA News Channel 8. Before this stream began, he came over to my desk and he said, JB, this year, it's from Ray J to L.A. That's what he said. So he wants to see the Buccaneers go from Raymond James Stadium to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles for this year's Super Bowl. Let's get to now, as far as the weather tonight, what we can expect. We have our own Heather Melendez, who is at NFL Experience, and she's also talking about the weather ahead of kickoff at 8:20 Eastern.
Good evening. I'm here at Julian B. Lane Park, and one of the experiences here at the NFL Kickoff event. But take a look behind me. A stage is set, music is playing because we're awaiting the one and only Ed Sheeran. So take a look at that crowd. I might add a crowd full of beautiful people, as Ed Sheeran would say, but right now it's sprinkling. Now, I've been tracking Max Defender 8 radar. Let's talk about weather, because I just talked to several folks who are traveling from Sarasota, even coming down from New York, and really this last tropical storm, Mindy, affecting everyone today. But the good news is, if you're thinking about heading out here, if this music isn't enough to entice you, I hope the weather is. Now, right now, we do have a couple of sprinkles, the remnants of Mindy, the onshore flow, just moving this moisture from west to east. But this rainfall will be ending by 8:20. So that's the good news. If you are planning to head out the door, just pack a hat, a Bucks hat, or maybe a nice light jacket, because by 8:20, I expect the showers to be ending. Temperatures will cool down to 84 degrees by then. And by the time we win at 11 o'clock, it's going to be a nice and comfortable 79. Now tonight into tomorrow, rain chances will remain at 40%. Expect one more day of that onshore flow. We'll have a couple of sprinkles along the coast, but by the afternoon, highs will reach a nice toasty 90 degrees. So until then, enjoy the temperatures today. Enjoy the breeze. It's not going to be too bad. Remember, by the game time, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So bring those flags, bring your hats, bring all Bucs wares. Don't let the weather rain on your parade. For Julian B. Lane, I'm Heather Melendez. JB, back to you.
And Heather doing it all out there for us at Raymond James Stadium. That was right before Ed Sheeran took the stage, and Ed Sheeran is rocking out right now. Great talent that it's just awesome to welcome him here to the Tampa Bay area, playing for the fans ahead of the NFL season kickoff. We're so excited to be here with you live on Bucs Bonus. Gabrielle Shirley, JB Buno, let's get to some of the comments, Gabby.
Finally, I've been waiting on the comments, JB.
Yeah, I know, me too. I'm really excited to see what our Facebook fans here have to say. If you've been with us here before, just use hashtag HeyJB, hashtag HeyGabrielle. If you use one of those hashtags in the comment section, we can feature your comment on screen just like this. Let's start here with Hiram DeJesus, hashtag HeyJB. Tom Brady is the epitome of football, and this young Bucs team have the greatest as an example, teacher, and mentor. We have been talking about this all offseason long, really all last season long, since the day he got here, about how much he's been a mentor. You know what, Gabby? Let's kind of take this comment here from here, because we've heard about this now for 18 months. We know how great Tom Brady is and how much he means to this team and to this organization. This year, a little bit different in that he's got a young quarterback to mentor. Kyle Trask, drafted after his season for the Florida Gators. Tom Brady is now going to be able to teach and mold a young quarterback, perhaps the young quarterback of the future for the Bucs.
For sure, JB. And without saying necessarily that Tom Brady is not, I don't want to say he's not doing that, but from what I understand, right? Kyle Trask, he is the third string quarterback. He's a rookie. They are, fingers crossed, not expecting him to play at all this season. And his role really is to just learn from Tom Brady as far as watching him in practice, watching him in the film room, watching him how he prepares for a game. I don't think Tom Brady's not really mentoring him per se. Like, it's more Kyle Trask watching Brady. That's the impression that I'm gathering, because Tom Brady, he has other things to worry about. He is clearly not done from football. Perhaps that will be a role that he will take on when he retires. But yes, Kyle Trask is there just learning from the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And I feel like that's a really, really unique experience for him. And I'm sure he is just soaking it all in, because there is so much you can learn from this guy. Like you said, JB, as soon as he got here in Tampa, meeting his teammates, that's been a consistent question to those players. What have you learned from Tom Brady? What have you seen from him? And the stories are amazing and endless. There are so many of them.
And shadowing Brady doesn't lead to immediate NFL success. As great as it is to follow him, I mean, we've been watching what's been happening with Jimmy Garoppolo, who played for the New England Patriots behind Brady for so many years, goes to San Francisco, has some success, but isn't, the next coming of the future NFL star. So be very curious to see what happens with Brady this year as far as the quarterbacks on this roster, including Kyle Trask. You're looking here live, everybody, at Raymond James Stadium. Big thanks to Hiram here for the comment. Let's get to some more of the comments that are coming in. We got a lot of commenters here joining us. I see Wanda. We've got Buccaneer Brand Rodriguez. We've got Betty, Mark, Kyle, Michael. We've got a lot of comments coming your way, and we got to get to this one here because we got to give some love to the Cowboys, even though this is very much a Buccaneers stream, clearly here. Kyle here saying, hashtag HJB, sorry, but I'm going for the Cowboys. Gabby, the Cowboys coming off of a disappointing season, one where they lost Dak Prescott for a majority of the year. Ezekiel Elliott just couldn't get things really shifted in the right direction after that offense was so destabilized by losing Dak early on in the season. There's a lot of pressure on McCarthy, the head coach, on Dak, on Ezekiel Elliott, on that defense to now improve after last season's disaster. So the Cowboys have a lot to prove tonight.
Yeah, they really do. Dak Prescott, You can imagine, though, JB, after that season-ending injury last season, that he is firing on all cylinders as much as he can, because I'm sure for those big football fans out there, people watched Hard Knocks. He was dealing with like a shoulder injury per se, but he is expected to play tonight. And on the offensive side of the football, the Cowboys have a ton of weapons. You mentioned Zeke. They have 3 wide receivers that are comparable to the Bucs' top 3 wide receivers, which is scary in itself. So the Cowboys definitely could take off, whether it be this game or later in the season. I say that Dak Prescott has to stay healthy for that to happen. Dan Lucas, when we first started, JB, he mentioned that there was a hole in the offensive line. It's being filled in by another Cowboy. So the Buccaneers, they are great at taking advantage of those weaknesses. So perhaps if Dak he's pressured this game, I mean, that could lead to some, shaky throws, interceptions, who knows? The Bucs defense is going to be tough. So I don't know. We'll just see how this shakes out. Cowboys offense definitely has the potential to be really powerful. I'm not sure if we'll see it in game 1, though.
You mentioned, the wide receivers. I'm really fascinated by what we're going to see tonight as far as the aerial attack, because you could make the argument that we're looking at the 2 best wide receiving cores in the entire league. I mean, we're talking about Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans on one side. That's not even mentioning the tight end, just the wide receivers there.
And Scotty Miller.
Scotty got to throw in Scotty, right? And then also on the other side, you have the dynamo sophomore in CeeDee Lamb. You got Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper.
Of course.
So really incredible receivers taking the field tonight in a short amount of time at Raymond James Stadium. Maybe that's what some of the fans here in the center of your screen are watching right now as far as warm-ups here at Raymond James Stadium. We'll get some more of the comments coming in here. David Fassel, #KJB. Bucks first year was 1976, but Cowboys 1960. The score, Bucks win by 12 over the Cowboys. David, thanks for your comment. Lauren Gengel, #KJB, #KGabrielle. Bucks will win, #Go Bucks. And also saying for Mel, our colleague Melanie Michael, Lauren commenting #Hey Mel, I'm so glad she's back. Need her level of excitement out there. I think that Melanie would make a good cheerleader, because that's
Absolutely.
what cheerleaders do, is they pump people up. I think that Melanie would be the ultimate cheerleader. But we're glad that she's on our staff here at WFLA. Charlene Hypes, #AJB. Bucks will go back-to-back. STM for 34 years, #Go Bucks. Let's go to Devon Stopford, #AJB. Let's go Bucks. Beat the Cowgirls. It's time for back-to-back. Man, a lot of name calling here. We've got nothing but love. At least I'll speak for myself. Nothing but love for the Cowboys. They're gonna lose tonight, but nothing but love. I know some Cowboy fans, and they're all right. They're okay. Joy Matthews, #KJB, #KGabrielle. Finally, football is back. Let's go Bucks. Going for 2. Wearing my Super Bowl championship shirt today. Where's your gear, Gabby?
She's always calling me out. Joy, I'm going to go to the game after I wrap up this stream, and I can't wear Bucks gear as a professional, unbiased member of the media. So we're just going to blame it on that. All black, right? Bucks colors are red and grayish, black and white and orange. So, it works. It works.
You're not wearing that cowboy silver blue combo.
I am definitely not.
So that's what's most important.
I'll pat myself on the back for that one.
Joy. Let's get to our next reporter joining us here, everybody, on Bucks Bonus here on WFLA Now. Melissa Marino, a short time ago at Raymond James Stadium.
Hey there, I am reporting from Raymond James Stadium. I'm actually in the Fanatics team store. It is open already before the game begins, so fans can come out here and gear up. Some of the most popular items so far, the throwback items, these classic creamsicle colors. I see you guys are looking at these. What do you like about the creamsicle?
I just love the old school style.
Love that,
love
yeah.
Love
so if you see the orange creamsicle color, that is what that is. That's the throwback jersey. So here at the team store, you can get absolutely everything, I swear. Look at this, a Bucks ping pong table, and then take a look around the store. They are fully stocked here, from Brady jerseys, any player you can think of, they have jerseys. Taking a look over here, this is a new shirt. They tell me this Kickoff 2021, brand new for the season. Fans are picking up a lot of these. I see a lot of people getting the foam #1 finger, but take a look over here. I want to show you what they tell me the #1 selling item is last season and this season. Not just the Tom Brady jersey, in case you guessed. It's the red, Well, I thought it was over here. It's the red. Okay, right here. The red number 12 Tom Brady jersey. That is the #1 selling item. But again, they have so many different items for kids, for your furry friends, for everyone out here. They've unveiled a number of different food items, and also they've partnered with various breweries to bring new options. They've also unveiled new luxury suites. So much exciting stuff going on here. They also have a ton of giveaways and extra things like that. So they want fans to actually come out early. Kickoff is at 8:20, but again, they want fans out here early so that you can avoid traffic and also take part in all the fun activities that are happening here in the game. But you can see the team store is open right now. If you can't make it out today, it's open 6 days a week. Certainly a whole lot of items here if you want to gear up. And of course, go Bucks. Reporting from Raymond James Stadium, I'm Melissa Marino.
Melissa tells us that the #1 selling jersey is a red Tom Brady jersey. I can't imagine why. I can't. You know, it was so much
trendsetter.
You know, there was a
JB,
lot.
the trendsetter.
There was but you know what though? There was a lot of conversation this time last year, or maybe this time last year plus a couple months when the new uniforms were unveiled. That was a big deal. Okay,
that was a big deal
because the old unis were universally kind of just meh. I mean, people just weren't crazy about the numbers, and
people didn't like the numbers, JB. I would say that was the main thing. Those like alarm clock numbers.
Yeah, they reminded me of waking up and hitting the snooze button 14 times, and that's not what you want to feel on a football field, right? But I remember there being a conversation: which jersey do you get, red, white, or pewter? And
Why did you get red?
I went with red because I just thought it would look really sharp. Like when you see the jerseys in person. Red, it just really pops. It's a beautiful color of red. That's why I think a lot of fans chose red. But
I would say it's classic.
Okay, if you had a Brady jersey, Gabby, and you know what? We'll ask this question to our Facebook fans. Let's see some of the most recent commenters. Lindsay, Heidi, C, Marie, Belize, Diana, Tina, Joy commenting here again. Wilhelmina. Let us know. Let's just take Brady out of the equation. Give me one player that if you could buy a jersey for this year, you're at the team store where Melissa just was, and you have a Brady jersey already, you're picking up another Buccaneers jersey. Who is it? I have my pick, but I want to hear you.
And what color?
And what color? Hit me with it, Gabby. What do you got?
Well, I think, JB, for starters, red does look really nice. I'll give that to you. I like white. I just feel like it's more versatile, if you will. Goes with anything. You know, I'm about the full outfit. So I would go with a white jersey. And I would probably, gosh, I'm not good at picking favorite players. I try my best not to, but I'm
not letting you go until you answer it. You got to answer it.
You know, I'm going to go with Mike Evans.
Okay.
Classic, in my opinion, one of the best wide receivers in the game, a staple for the Buccaneers team. And personally, JB, if you're not a Buccaneers fan or don't really key in, I feel like he doesn't have the greatest reputation, but this guy is incredible on and off the football field. Really well-spoken, does so many good things for this community. Mike Evans.
13 is a classic number, too, as far as a football jersey goes. So number 13, you know, mine's going to surprise you. Mine's going to surprise you, okay? I'd pick up a number 78 jersey for my guy Tristan Wirfs. Love Tristan Wirfs. I don't think the Buccaneers win you can say this about a lot of players. I don't think the Buccaneers
monster out there.
Win a Super Bowl last year without Tristan Wirfs coming in as a rookie. Wirfs coming in as a rookie and protecting Tom Brady. The season isn't the season that we had last year if Tom Brady spends half of it on his rear end, getting sacked and getting hurried a lot. Tom Brady is a quarterback that needs a pocket, needs the ability, needs time to throw. We know this. He's one of the most accurate passers in league history. However, he does need time to survey the field, to make his progressions, and then, of course, deliver the accurate balls that we're accustomed to seeing from a player like Brady. But Tristan Wirfs coming in, I'm thinking about it and trying to be smart. I think Wirfs is here for the next 10, 12, maybe 15 years as far as anchoring that offensive line. So you get a lot of
They would be silly to let him go.
Yeah, I think Tristan Wirfs he's a guy that does not get enough credit. Who do some of our Facebook fans think? What would be the jersey that they would have? I see that Neil saying would like a Godwin jersey, 14 in white.
I'm also a big Godwin fan. He went to Penn State. That's where I went. So, yes, we are.
How about Kim Marie saying Gronk? Yeah, Gronk's at 87, right? 87 for Gronk. It's another great jersey. Let us know here in the comments section here, folks. Let's get to some more of the comments that we had come in a little bit earlier on here. Let's get to Steven. Steven, hashtag KB. That's kind of close. Are you going to run into Tom Brady after the game or halftime? Maybe I'll hit him up on my speed dial. Maybe we'll get a drink after the game. He and I. No, I do not run. Steven, you're giving me way too much credit. I do not run in the same circles as Stacy Scheibel, apparently, hanging out with Tom Brady there ahead of the season opener here that's coming your way in about 40 minutes time. But maybe Gabby's going to hang out with Brady after the game. I don't know.
Yeah, Tom Brady will most likely be speaking in the post-game press conferences. He will be a part of that. So, yes, I am likely to see him. You know, you saw that wonderful package put together by our very own Stacey Scheibel. Tom just looked so at ease, so natural. He is a little bit different when he's behind the podium, right? He's not more professional. That's not the right term, but giving those standard answers. So yes, I am likely to see him following this game. Hopefully after a Bucs win, he will be all smiles. I'm certain that if the Bucs do not win, it's going to be a not happy Tom Brady up there. Questions are going to be more serious. Answers are going to be very short. So we'll see what we get.
We will. And, I have a comment that just came in here a moment ago. And Brady has, there were some questions last year about him meshing with the coaching staff, particularly Bruce Arians. A lot of that puts to rest, though, and winning solves a lot of problems, right? When you win, certain things happen. Yeah, everyone's happy when you're winning. Michael Pennington, hashtag AJB. Let's not forget about the awesome coaching staff. This is one of the best coaching staffs in the league. Not just Bruce Arians, of course, Todd Bowles leading the defense. The schemes that he's able to come with on defense is just outstanding. But it begins with Arians. And Stacy, the aforementioned Stacy Scheibel here at WFLA News Channel 8, had a chance to catch up with Bruce Arians ahead of kickoff.
At 68, Bruce Arians shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, some would argue he's never been in a better position. He has all of his returning starters back from last year's Super Bowl team, including arguably the best quarterback to ever play the game.
Do you feel pressure because of trying to repeat?
No, I think pressure is something that you feel when you're not prepared. Our guys will be prepared, our staff is prepared. The ball bounces funny ways, but you got to go out and play.
And it starts tonight with Dallas, a game the Bucs are not taking lightly.
Dallas is a heck of a football team. I don't care what happened last year. They had a lot of injuries, so they got a lot of guys back, and it'll be a whale of a big game.
How about Tampa? Do you like Tampa?
I love it. Love it. It's got small town vibe in a big city, and I just love the pace of the town and the people.
Had you spent any time here before you were a coach?
Actually, I used to recruit down here, I hate to say it, in the late 70s and early 80s, and so I knew a little bit about the town, but man, it's grown so much.
I know, and we're Tampa Bay now. You're a huge
Definitely.
part of that. What about the pressure on the Rays manager?
Oh man, well, they're doing a great job. I mean, that organization is unbelievable, the way they do it and how they do it, and with the Lightning and now us, so it's a great city to live in right now if you're a sports fan.
And for a man who's been coaching football for 4.5 decades, this is indeed a special place at a special time with a special team.
Imagine when you were first to coach, whether it be college or whatever, you're thinking, I think in 2021 I'm going to have a 44-year-old quarterback. We're going to have just won a Super Bowl, and we're going to be chasing another one. Did you ever dream of this dream team?
No, you're just happy to have a job, but this has been such an unbelievable year, winning the Super Bowl, but how we did it through the pandemic and everything that changed. You had to change every way you taught, eat, travel, everything was different. Our guys accepted it and made a great commitment to each other. So I think we have a leg up in that department going into 21.
So what are you looking forward to most this season?
Just watching our guys compete and hopefully getting back to the playoffs and doing it again.
From head coach Bruce Arians to live inside Raymond James Stadium, we are Getting closer to kickoff at 8:20 Eastern Time on WFLA News Channel 8, your local NBC station right here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And, of course, if you're joining us outside the Tampa Bay area, be sure to watch tonight on your local NBC station. Gabrielle Shirley, JB Buno here with you live on WFLA Now. We're going to get to more of your comments coming in here in the Facebook Live comment section. Also, a big shout-out to some of our YouTube commenters here as well. William Young, Dino, a few others here, Brianna B. Our YouTube audience, hello there to you, and thanks for joining us here, everybody, on Bucks Bonus here on WFLA Now. Let's get to some more of the comments here in a second, but Gabby, just really quickly, your thoughts on Bruce Arians. If the hardest thing in the NFL is to win a Super Bowl, then the most hard thing after that would be to repeat as champion.
Yeah, absolutely. It is quite a challenge. Tom Brady is the last quarterback to have done it. But Bruce Arians, I mean, what a guy, what a coach. JB, you mentioned the challenges, if you will, for the coaching staff to coach a quarterback like Tom Brady. He is entering his 22nd year in this league. You may recall back when he first arrived here, everyone was really upset because Bruce Arians essentially called Tom Brady out in the very beginning for doing something wrong, for not playing to the level he's capable of playing, whatever the case may be. People were very upset. Really what it comes down to is Bruce Arians is going to tell you like it is. He didn't say anything to the public that he hadn't already said to Brady. I don't really think Tom Brady's feelings were hurt. This was just them getting to know each other. Tom Brady's offensive coordinator, Byron Leftwich, he was a quarterback in the league, so he really knows what it's like. He's also, JB, a few years younger than Tom Brady. But they are really on the same wavelength. They have had some of the same experiences being in the league, same age, etc. So I think it really is almost a perfect match. That is what I have seen from the coaching staff, from Brady, and all the success that has been out there on the field. Yes, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would like to repeat. That is always the goal, to win a Super Bowl, but they've said it countless times throughout training camp that they're just putting last season in the past. They need to focus on the now. Things are different. The COVID scenario, fans back in the stands, it's louder, yet COVID still lingers. They still have to be safe. Like, so many things are different. Yes, they brought back all 22 starters, but the scenario surrounding it is all different. So they're just focused on this season, and they're going to see how they can do here.
If there's one thing that's kind of scary to think about as far as perhaps the Bucks getting even better this season, is that more time with Brady and more time with these receivers and really just the playbook, more gelling going on here before the season even began.
Be that much better.
You could argue that this offense is just getting started, which is really scary to think about here. You know, it's also scary to think about how good Josh Allen's going to be this year. Heather Monahan, Heather Marie, our digital content producer here at WFLA News Channel 8 on WFLA.com, the WFLA app. She is a wonder of our behind-the-scenes efforts here at WFLA. And she says, hashtag HJB, hashtag Hey Gabrielle. Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen is from California. When I was talking about the Super Bowl being at SoFi Stadium this year in California, in LA, homecoming Super Bowl. I'm going to add just a question mark to the end of Heather's comment here. And but watch out for Josh Allen because Brady will eventually ride off into the sunset, to make a cowboy sort of pun here, but he could be the next big thing as far as a quarterback who's going to be dominant for a long period of time, coming from the same division in the AFC East. So we can talk about Josh Allen, we can talk about the Bills, but real quick, Gabby, if anything about Josh Allen?
Well, if we were to talk about Josh Allen and the Bills, we would have to invite Heather on. And for all of our Facebook audience, wherever you're watching us, you have to know that Heather is also wearing a Josh Allen jersey at this very moment. So she doesn't mess around. She's the expert.
She's about 80 feet that way. And, keeping her at a distance here. Beverly, hashtag HJB, yo ho, a Bucks Pirates life for me. That's more of the comment that we need here. Yep. Beverly, thanks a lot here. And you know what? Right on cue here, I've got this loaded up. Mark Metzger here, hashtag HJB. What are the chances of another boat parade come February? Ooh, look at that. Remember this? How wonderful, wonderful is this site right here? Look at that.
Screen, JV. Look at that.
This was a really fun day. We anchored our coverage here, Gabby, you and I, on WFLA Now for hours, and what a blast we had. We want more of this. This is the goal.
Yeah, this is the goal. Absolutely. Look, it's bringing back all the good memories.
So to answer Mark's question, what are the chances of another boat parade? You got to think pretty good. Pretty good just because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are considered the favorite in the NFC. Maybe we can use that as a jumping off point here really quickly to talk about who are the competitors in the NFC. And really, it's, time will tell. We're going to see where the season goes. But the Packers have revenge on their mind. And if Aaron Rodgers, and there's a lot of dysfunction there in Green Bay, to say the least.
Put it nicely.
He wants out. They want. Who knows what the Packers want? They drafted Jordan Love in the first round. It's just a lot of dysfunction there in Green Bay. But that's the team. Is there any other team that you're kind of keeping an eye on, Gabby, here as far as a team that could challenge the Bucs for the NFC title? That's a no.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean,
you're riding high with the confidence, like really high.
I really am, JB. Like you mentioned, this is Tom Brady, right? The anchor of this Buccaneers team. It is his second year in this system. He's going to know the playbook, know his teammates that much better. So I think offense is just going to be off the charts. The Bucs defense is young, and they were phenomenal last year. Again, with time, it only gets better. I guess, JB, which you can say every year, every scenario, every sport even, I think it's going to come down to injuries. The Bucs stayed healthy last year. Kansas City, I mean, their line was just torn up. That did not help them in the Super Bowl. So I think that if the Bucs can stay healthy, everything else is really going to be clicking.
Yeah, and you heard Bruce Arians tell Stacey a moment ago, the ball can bounce a funny way. We don't know what's going to happen. I have my eyes on the NFC West. That's the best division in football, in my opinion. That division is stacked from top to bottom. Any one of those four teams, I'm talking about the Cardinals, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks, they could all emerge. Multiple teams could emerge and make the playoffs. I'm really, 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 really worried about whoever becomes formidable. Maybe they all beat up on each other, and there's a bunch of 10-7 sort of records, 10-8 sort of records in that division. But if one team comes out of there and is dominant, that's going to be your NFC title game as far as I'm concerned here. Again, a live look here inside Raymond James Stadium. We are about 28 minutes away from kickoff on WFLA News Channel 8, your local NBC station for Tampa Bay, Florida, and anywhere else you're watching from. Of course, just tune into your local NBC affiliate, and you'll get the NFL season kickoff between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Again, kickoff set for 8:20 Eastern Time. A short time ago, 8 on your sides, Justin Checker at Ferg's in St. Pete.
Hey JB, good evening from Ferg's world-famous sports bar here in St. Pete. It is so good to be back here for the kickoff to the 2021 NFL season. I was here about 7 months ago to watch your defending Super Bowl champion Buccaneers defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. You can see some fans are already posted up. They've taken their seats here at this bar behind me. Mark Ferguson, the owner, tells 8 on your side he expects more than 1,000 football fans to pack his bar tonight. He's getting calls all week long. He says he's not taking reservations, but telling the fans to get here and get a good seat. Now, they're going to have this big game against the Cowboys on 90 TVs tonight. There's also going to be a DJ playing music and, of course, plenty of food and beer to go around. Now, right next door is the home of the Rays, Tropicana Field, but this still is one of the best spots here in St. Petersburg to cheer on your defending Super Bowl champions. Now, earlier, Mr. Ferguson shared his prediction. He's got the Buccaneers going 17-0 in the regular season. Tom Brady's 2007 Patriots was the last team to do just that. Then back in the early 2000s, of course, Brady the GOAT is the last quarterback to win back-to-back Super Bowls. So JB, between a perfect regular season for the Buccaneers or winning back-to-back Super Bowls, I would say every Bucs fan would agree they'd rather see Tom Brady hoist that Lombardi trophy for the 8th time in his career. Go Bucs, back to you.
Justin Checker for us at Ferg's. Let's, I haven't hit any of my sound effect buttons here. Let's hit Let's hit the sound effect button for pretend time. Pretend time. You like that, Gabby? Or I'll hit it again here one more time. Pretend. We're going to pretend. Is there any scenario? Oh, your camera's frozen, Gabby.
I think I froze.
We got to fix your camera. But the reason why we are doing pretend here, pretend time here on Bucks Bonus is because he just said 17-0. Is that even remotely possible to go? It's hard enough going 16-0. Can a team go 17-0 with the added regular season game and get back to the boat parade that we're seeing here on the right side of your screen?
That would be something. I would not put my money on that. 17-0. Like I said, I think a lot of the Bucs' success is going to depend on them staying away from injuries because this team is just that good. However, Bruce Arians, what did you say, JB, that the ball can bounce any sort of way? I mean, anything can happen, whether it's really minor that leads to something or just 17-0, I highly doubt it.
Yeah, and I'm looking here at the schedule. I just Googled the schedule here, and
they have some tough matchups.
They do, and let's just assume. Let's assume that they sweep the NFC South. Let's just, again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Playing pretend here. Beating up on the Falcons, Saints, and Panthers.
Yep.
The Bills are really good. Got to watch out for them. That's the week before Christmas. I know Heather's smirking somewhere right now. She's like, oh, JB likes the Bills. I know it sounds crazy. But there's some other teams in there like Washington.
Yep.
That's a really good defense.
They had trouble against Washington in that playoff game.
They did, and that's going to be a sneaky good team this year. I think that defense is going to be pretty formidable. And don't forget, we got to go up to New England. Brady is going to have to face Belichick in Foxborough. That game coming up on WFLA on News Channel 8, your NBC station, October 3rd. That's going to be for Sunday Night Football. That's going to be outrageous. There's some tough, and not to mention the Rams are coming up.
That's what's sticking out to me.
Yeah, so talking again about the NFC West. So, I don't know, but I'm going to go higher. If we're getting here to the end of our stream here, Gabby, it's prediction time. I am thinking higher than the 13-4. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go 14-3 this season for your Buccaneers, beginning with a win tonight in a shootout. Here at Raymond James. I think a high-scoring game. I'll give you 41 to maybe give me 41 to 31, maybe somewhere in that range.
You're going really high.
I'm going really high. I think it's just going to be fireworks.
Okay.
It's going to be a crazy night. And I think the Buccaneers, 14-3. It's too early for me to say whether or not they're going to be Super Bowl champions. Of course, I'm rooting for them to be Super Bowl champions, but what do you think, Gabby?
Oh, gosh. Yes. I would agree with a high-scoring game, at least from the Buccaneers. So I'm going like 4 touchdowns. You throw in 2 field goals. What are we at, 34? 34-17.
34-17. Okay. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Players to watch out for tonight. I'll give you a couple. Who do you like tonight? Give me one on offense, one on defense.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Again, perhaps a little bit of a cliche answer, JB, but I am so excited to see Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that was mine.
He has looked insane in training camp.
Yep.
The guy is so fast. He brings so much energy. And right, everyone, we have to remember when he came to the Bucs last year, he didn't play. The first game was on November 8th. He missed that whole beginning stretch. He is back. He is healthy, starting fresh.
And motivated to prove that he's one of the best wide receivers in this league. Remember how dominant he was with Pittsburgh.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking, a really, really dynamic wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But obviously things have changed in the last couple of seasons. But I'm with you, Gabby. I think that he's going to really have an outstanding season. Give me a defensive player. Who do you like?
Defensive player, gosh, you could name any one of them. I'm going to pick, I always like the young guys to just flash their stuff. I'm going to go with Winfield Jr.
Ah, okay.
Bucs safety.
Deuces.
Yeah, Deuces. that moment will forever be attached to him, that play in the Super Bowl.
A lot of fun.
He anchors the defense, back there. I think he's going to make some big plays.
Okay.
Of course, Devin White. You can name, but I'm going to go with Winfield.
Okay. Offense, Antonio Brown. I really think maybe I like Scotty for a couple of passes tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then defense. You know what? Give me some Levante David. I think Devin White's getting a whole lot of praise. I think that maybe a lot of the praise is going to lead to a lot of doubling as far as protection goes on Devin White. Might free up some opportunities for Levante David. Don't sleep on Levante David, folks. He's one of the best as far as linebackers go here in the league. He was in the NFL's top 100. Some final comments here. Let's get to Carissa Heckel. #KJB. Go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the Super Bowl again in LA. Let's go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joy Matthews following up here. #KJB. I like 14-3 with the Lombardi Trophy at the end. I like that too. That's a nice little exclamation point there, Joy. That would be history. And Clay Witt. #KJB. Do the Bucs win by 9 tonight, Gabby?
Do the Bucs win by 9 tonight? Yes, they win by 9+, without a doubt. Lots of scoring, but I think the Bucs offense is really going to be clicking.
Well, we're gonna get clicking here onto. A plug, WFLA.com, the WFLA app. That's where you can find Gabby's blog, her game blog, as far as she'll be following the game here. I think you're heading over there, aren't you? Aren't you heading over to Raymond James?
I am zooming over there, yes.
So let's let her get to it, folks. For our entire team here, we had a lot of faces on, from Stacey Scheibel, Melanie Michael, who brought it, of course, always does. Justin Checker, Melissa Marino, Heather Melendez, our entire team, from all of us here at WFLA News Channel 8. Have a great time watching the NFL season kickoff. Cowboys at Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium, a big night of celebration. Of course, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl at home in a bit of history last year. Kickoff set for 8:20 Eastern on your local NBC station. For us here in Tampa Bay, that means WFLA News Channel 8. For Gabrielle Shirley, I'm JB Bunar, our entire team here. Have fun watching the game. We'll see you soon.